This is why people can't keep a job either, especially the younger generations. Like, did you hear about what happened in Blue Springs? There's no employees. They all just left. That's something that me and some employees almost did a few times at different places I worked because the managers sucked and they would purposely schedule so little employees and have us do a huge amount of things. It was just stupid.
It's being called a real-life Stranger Things. Customers inside a Hardees restaurant were eating their meals when they looked up and discovered all the employees had vanished. They even called 911. So what was going on? Allison Hall reports on this fast food mystery.
What happened at this Hardees fast food restaurant?
Whoa,
all of the employees have vanished, and it was a hasty act.
I don't know why it looks like this. Like this is normal, or they trashed the place and then left.
I think they're making goy slop.
Yeah, maybe. Like this is just what it normally looks like. It's the only difference is that the
only difference is that we get to see it, but this is a normal thing.
Yeah.
Exit.
Police department.
Hamburger buns are in the toaster. French fries are cooking as a timer beeps. Is it a real-life Stranger Things? Others are comparing it to the hit horror movie Weapons, where a class of third graders disappears. Customers at the Hardees in Blue Springs, Missouri got on the phone to 911.
I'm at Hardees and there's nobody here.
The store's open and unsecured?
Yeah.
And there's nobody in there at all?
Nobody.
Ryan Eggers was the first to discover the bizarre scene.
My wife was craving a hot ham and cheese melt, and I went to Hardees, waited for about 10 minutes, and nobody showed up.
No employees behind the counter, nobody to take your order.
None.
I mean, did that strike you as odd?
Very odd. In all my life, I've never encountered a situation such as this.
There's Ryan, along with food delivery drivers who've just arrived, standing by as police investigate.
Police department.
Nobody in the restroom or the stockroom, but they do find condiments and cheese left out in the open and food that's still cooking.
Looks like the fryers are still going.
Then a phone rings.
Hello?
It's the Hardees supervisor on the line. According to a social media post, there was a dispute among employees and they all left mid-shift.
Yeah, what's weird is that's usually a Burger King thing. It's not usually a Hardees thing. I think that's what took America by storm.
Yeah, I guarantee you, though, he came back the next day and got his slop. And they probably gave him some free slop.
Oh, yeah, you can bet your bottom nickel. Yeah. But Burger King, when they say BK, you have rule. It your way, and all their little slogans and mantras and stuff, they're usually the ones that you go in and you can't find anybody. Nobody's there. There's just stuff cooking on the burners in the back. It's about to catch on fire. And that's when you just walk out. Like everybody knows, you just walk out when you see that at Burger King. But Hardees? I mean, really, what is this world coming to? That used to be a safe place where we could eat our chicken.
Why is this so stringy? Why is this so stringy?
We have shit for f***ing poor people. Who buys our shit? Bioengineered meat. I don't want to eat a piece of chicken that came from a 3D printer. You?
It's one thing to be in a good matrix. That's a double negative when you know you're in the matrix and it's bad.
Mm-hmm. Like that guy was lying. He was saying that his wife ordered the roast beef.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I was like, no, she didn't.
Yeah.
And first of all, he probably doesn't even have a wife. Secondly, she's not ordering roast beef, and that's how I know he doesn't have a wife, because they don't order those kinds of things.
And so then what do you do about grooming products? It's the same thing. You're gonna say, well, I need to cut my hair. AI, what can I do about that? It's like, oh, don't worry, we're gonna send you a Meta helmet, and we'll be able to keep you groomed, keep you nice, keep you clean. And eventually, what's gonna happen is all these products are gonna be sold because you're not gonna talk to people, you're not gonna be talking to anything. You're literally your whole world. AI can create you digital friends, digital communities, digital networks, digital girlfriends, digital products, everything. But you still have a real life. So you're like, well, hey, AI, my hair's getting long. What am I going to do about it? It's like, oh, no worry. We'll put that on a 30-year mortgage, and we're going to send you this virtual helmet, and you'll be able to take care of your grooming products too.
자동 이발기 한번 써보자. 간다. 오, 시원하다.
Whoa.
And that's where it's going to come down to. Eventually, if you don't care, you're not meeting any real people. And at some point, it's just going to be, you're going to live a goy world and enjoy your slop.
Someone made an AI video of a chicken, man.
Random. Hey, that's real.
Does this look real?
Yeah. Yeah, that's some...
Why would a human being do that? Like, he's not getting up.
Well, what else do you have on your interwebs?
Well, speaking of children and grandchildren, one disturbed mother brought her children to a ball pit, which she thought looked kind of funny. So she started filming. And I thought it looked kind of cool until I looked closer, and I was like, wait a second. You guys can tell me what you guys think in the comment section.
What is this?
I mean, it looks kind of cool.
You got Matrix Man in the bag. It's Mega Mind. Can you imagine if you're a kid's like, hey, Daddy, what's that thing?
Yeah. So there's the head, there's the arm, there's a leg, I think. Those are the feet, or maybe that's a leg over here.
And all these kids are...
Oh, no, this is a leg, yeah. And then you have this pole right here, right in between the legs.
And they're all playing in his bathtub.
Yeah, this is a big bathtub. I just thought it was kind of interesting. Now, it's a really cool idea. Just a bunch of white balls in here. And they have lights that illuminate it all, change it different colors. That's genius.
Yeah, this is perfect acclamation.
Yeah, I just don't know why they had to do all that. Like, that's I feel like that's lawsuit waiting to happen.
It's not lawsuit. It's due essay.
Yeah, that's what they're doing.
Yeah.
They're DEW.
Well, they're just acclimating you. Because, I mean, if they're going to feed you a bunch of slop, they need you to get used to the slop. Mm-hmm. You got to play in the slop. Mm-hmm. You just got to you got to roll in the mud.
You got to be a goy boy.
Yeah. You got to be a good goy.
Yeah. And I think this is the problem with the younger generations, too, because they're making up more they're making up more words. Like, do you know what a yart is?
No, the first thing that came to my mind was a yardstick.
No, a yart. I thought it was something else, like some, a shart or something, or something related to that.
We talked about those emergency shark kits.
Yeah, but not like this. This is a yart, not a shart kit or anything. But I was, going through social media trying to find stuff to talk about, as per usual.
Yes.
And then I noticed there was these two teenage kids dancing, and something fell out of one of their shirts or something, and it said, "I lost my yart," and I was like, "What in the world is a yart?" So I started going. I went on social media. I typed in what is a yart. Yeah, I started scrolling, and I'm still. I keep scrolling, and nobody's telling me what a yart is. It's almost like a stupid 6'7" thing. Nobody knows what it is. And then I came across this number. So I'm over here scrolling to try to figure out what a yart is. And then I come across this lady making a video on scrolling about trying to find out what a yart is. So I was like, wow, that's pretty cool. They got me. So nobody ever told me what it is, but from the context clues, it seems like it's just a vape or some kind of jewel or something. So they're calling them yarts now.
Yeah. I have this conclusion about this new evolution of context slang. Inherently, we all want to feel like having a intrinsic value in our communities. So I think the inability to understand like the mysteriousness of the slang is a means to create value within your individual communities. Like, a good example would be the 6'7". No, it doesn't really mean anything. Even to the Gen Zs and Gen Alphas that use it, inherently, even to them, it doesn't mean anything. But what it does do, it's almost like a secret password to the community. The ones who know 6'7", if you know 6'7", and everybody's laughing about 6'7", that means, oh, you're one of us. We know you're one of the inner groups. But all these other people's like, what is 6'7"? That shows you're not in the inner group. It doesn't inherently...
Even though they don't know what it is either,
right.
But the fact that you're asking...
It's like a password. It doesn't inherently mean anything. It's just a means to have the inner group and the outer groups. And I think the new transition of slang isn't a context of comedy where it's like playing on an entendre. It's actually just access to the inner communities.
Well, I actually did a hot take on this a while back, and because you can't find nobody still knows what it is. You go on all these social media platforms and you scroll for hours. What is it? And everybody thinks it goes to that gay rapper who says 6'7" in his video, but it actually predates that to a television show that came out before that guy. And then it's this teacher, this grown teacher man, is being questioned by some lady who's asking him. He got caught apparently by having SA with, or doing SA like the Mountain Dew says. Mm-hmm. He caught doing SA with a student. So this teacher is asking him, how long have you been doing it for? How many months? And he's like, 6, 7. And that he even does the hand gesture. He says 6, 7, I don't know. And so it's this big deal. Like he's been caught and now he's talking to someone privately about it. So the whole 6, 7 thing became this gesture. Like if you say 6, 7 to somebody, you're saying that they are one of those do SA people, one of those chomos. That was what it was supposed to mean. But then this gay rapper took it and made it just mean absolutely nothing. And now all the Gen Zs are saying it and Gen Alphas, and they have no clue what it actually was supposed to mean. And what's funny is, so when they say it to people, it's supposed to be offensive, but they don't even know it's supposed to be offensive. But they are trying to make it offensive. Right. Like you look like one of those older people who get with children, like a teacher who's getting with underage children. That's what they're saying. 6, 7, like you've been doing this for 6, 7 months type thing. But again, and we did this whole thing on it. I did a whole study on it. I did my dissertation on this when I went to school.
Right. Shout out to Columbia.
Yeah, in Columbus. Mm-hmm. Because he was doing SA too.
Established in 1492.
Yeah. Which I showed a video of that too. Like what would happen if you gave George Washington a cell phone and his eyes are all red. He was going through all kinds of stuff.
He'd lose all his wooden teeth.
Yeah, he'd lose all of his impurity.
Yeah.
Anyway, but it's even more sad because it's something that the Gen Zs picked up on and started doing. They even lost within a short amount of time. They lost their own meaning to this stuff. Here soon, they may not know what a yart is.
Well, that's my whole point. Like back in the day, slangs were entendres, and comedy is always a type of entendre and an irony. You're talking about something that's obvious that people know is true. But then there's also the controversy of saying it. So comedians always would say it. And people would laugh because they know they can't say it, but they believe it's true inherently. Mm-hmm. So there's this play of thoughts, reality, social interaction, and currency. The modern versions of slangs and memes, I think, inherently don't matter. I think it literally is just inter-community access. Do you even know 6, 7? We don't care what it means. We don't care what it talks about. Do you know? Are we all laughing together? If yes, you're a part of us. If no, you're not one of us. Do you know what a yart is? We don't care what it really is. But if you know the context of yart, then you're one of us. If you're not, then you're not one of us. I think inherently it's just a means to interconnective societies now. It's not and the reason why I think that's important, because it's going back to what I was saying earlier. You can't feed context. You can't feed information. You can't feed people content. It doesn't gain the attention. So you need something so primitive surface as much as tribalism. That's the only thing people focus on now. It's like, are you a part of my group? It's like, okay, well, how do I know you're part? You just got to know you just need to know the meme. Well, what does that mean? It doesn't matter. Do you know will you laugh with us when we say 6'7"? It's like, no. Well, then you're just not part of the group. They don't want information. They just want to know, are you one of us? And that's all it is. And that's all, I think, all the information and the content and the consumable media is turning into. It's just turning into tribalism. And it's always been that way, but it's always been segregated also with information. But now it's just, I think it's reverting back to just exclusive identities. I don't think they care what it means.
I don't think so either. Because, one guy actually came to a conclusion. I haven't fact checked it yet, but I thought it was interesting.
I was today years old when I realized that Android users are statistically actually better than Apple users. And this isn't like this is my theory. A report came out to prove it because there was a test that was done. And Android users scored higher on kindness and empathy and normal human shit. Because a lot of Android users are just humans. Whereas a lot of Apple users,
That's like mixing information with assumption.
He said they're just, statistically, they were proven to be more human.
Yeah, but they're also statistically proven,
Yeah. The iPhone users, yeah.
Well, I mean, when you're in an echo chamber, it makes sense. The deeper the echo chamber goes, you don't have an identity. That is hyper-tribalism. I'm just this group. Android users, there's so many varieties, so many options, so much stuff, and so much fluidity that there's not an identity per se. It's just a use case. Like I have a phone and now I can use it for almost anything. It becomes more of a tool and a gadget. With iPhone, it's an ecosystem. It's like I'm a part of this community. And it's irrelevant at that point what the tool is. Doesn't matter if it's good, bad, or not. I'm just a part of this clique. And that will make you have a narcissistic proclivity.